So good afternoon everyone. Today we'll be speaking on the introductory part of ICT. Introduction means what are the things, basic parts. ICT in the stands for Informations and Communication Technology. Means what are the informations or the technology we can use for our study purpose, higher study purpose. The general aspect of this ICT. So let's see what are the syllabus is there and how we should prepare for the ICT. So let's see. So if you see here, the official site, they have given this syllabus. The first point, second, third and fourth point, ICT general abbreviations and terminology. ICT will be there, information and communication technology. Its general abbreviation means we no need to know the terminology which is technically proved. We need to know the terminology is general terminology. For example, general terminology and abbreviations, how it will be here. For example, if I write PC, PC is a short form. The full form should be like personal computer. That you should know, personal computer. Or if you write here OS, that you should know this is known as the operating system. So these things are the general terminology that you should know. Terminology stands for the full form or particular. Okay, like CPU, its full form is like central processing unit. So all these things we need to know for the first point, ICT and their general abbreviations. For all this are the ideal syllabus that given by NTA UGC. Next part, if you go for like basic of internet, we need to know what is internet, what is intranet. Intranet means you can go for global network, and intranet is known as the personal or private. Okay, so I need to know the gap between these two. Plus email, if you come to email, different types of protocols, email, what are the things I'll be looking there, and how to send the email, the sender, receiver, and all these things. And at the end, the audio visual conferencing. The conferencing means the talk, speech, or the meeting in the behalf of audio mode without video, without any graphics mode, and video mode, the video mode, audio as well as video. So now due to the pandemic, we are everything is doing through this. It may be Google Meet, it may be any other WebEx or any other platform. We are doing any kind of meeting or conference through audio and video mode. That we should know here. Plus explains here the digital initiatives. Digital initiative by the Indian government, what are the things is recently going on. Recently means this year or maybe last year. What is when your exam will be there in that year, you should focus there in higher education. Higher education related, what are the things they evolved, they did. For example, you can go for your like one program will be there, MOOC. Indian government started MOOC, massive open online courses under SWAYAM will be there, SWAYAM portal will be there, SWAYAM Prabha. Okay, so these things we need to look. E-Yantra, E-Library. So these are the things we need to understand here under this topic. Plus ICT and governance. To maintain the good governance, what are the factors needed in case of ICT? We need to look all this. These are the main good syllabus given by the official side. But I have seen last 2 year question papers, more than 30 sits, means morning, evening shift will be there. 30 question papers in 2 years. Question will be asked out of this syllabus also. It means if you read only on these 4 parts, it's not sufficient to clear 5 questions, because from ICT there will be 5 questions. If you want to get 5 questions in 10 marks, this syllabus is not at all enough. These are only the outlook of this 4 of ICT. We need to go little deep inside that. For that purpose, by looking the 30 papers, question papers, last 30 papers, I made the module that how we can prepare for ICT. So let's see. Here explains here, we need to go for little understanding regarding the computer and its generations. For example, the evolutions of computers, first generation, second, third, fourth or fifth also. Recently it's going to start 6th and 7th generation also, but in books, authentic books it's available first, second, third, fourth, fifth. So you should look only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not 6 and 7. Okay, if you go to any other site you will get 6, 7 also. But Indian government NCERT textbook or UGC NET textbook, they mention this 5. So you should read this 5 generation, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, and what are the things they started means in those particular generation, like first generation, which system they use for the start the computer purpose, start the computer, second, fourth, fifth, particular will be looking here. Next part is telling here the computer hardware and software. We need to understand what is hardware and what is software. Hardware means which cannot be which can be touchable. Okay, intangible we know, which can be touchable, and software means which cannot be touchable. Soft will be there. We'll be looking later on deeply. For example, here under hardware, what are the things comes? MOBO. MOBO means the short form for motherboard. Motherboard. CPU, central processing unit. RAM, we need to look here. The RAM, ROM, these are the random access memory, and read-only memory will be looking. Then storage device, different types of storage device will be there. Last olden days, during the first generation, second generation, floppy disk was there. Okay, floppy disk. Nowadays we are using pen drive or different types of hard disks. Okay, then cache memory, you need to understand here. What is cache memory? Where the memory getting very catch easily. If you type one single line, then next line is coming without typing. So that's called the cache memory. Under cookies will be there. We'll be looking cookies also here under cache memory. Then if you come to the software purpose, the system software means you can go for operating system. Okay, basic input and output devices. Okay, basic input and output system. BIOS comes under system software. Application software, anything you can keep here, like Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, anything. And if you come to the utility program, which is the part of the system software only, this is the part of system software only. Here we can look here like different types of what do you call anti software, antivirus types, anti software. Then you can go for the any kind of backup file, backup software, or compiler. So all these things comes under utility software. We need to look here also, because actually there is no separations. Utility software and the system software more or less same, but due to the function program we have made it differently. Plus we need to look here the input and output devices. Different types of input output devices will be there, like input devices comes here keyboard, then mouse. Okay, printer also will come under this input devices. Under output devices, what will come, like monitor, what you can see on screen, or camera, any kind of speaker. Okay, so all these things you need to understand here. Deeply we will be looking. Okay, yes. Now if you see here the database, we need to understand what is called as database and how we can store the memory. Okay, store memory. Sorry, that also you need to understand here. The number system very much important. For example, number means like binary to decimal. So many times this kind of question asked. For example, they will be giving like this kind of questions one, like you need to fulfill this gap. What will be the proper answer? Here they will give 4 or 10 any other questions, so you need to fulfill this. Okay, so we'll be looking very easily. It will be very easy to understand. We'll be looking here one by one. Okay, number system. For example, like system will be talking on binary, and we need to understand that word or that language into the decimal. So we'll be looking how it can be done. Okay, like a number 0, 1 up to 9. That is comes under this number system. Then later on the data units, bits, bytes, all these things will be looking. Bit bytes means, so I think we heard all these things. Starts with bytes, bits, then KB, MB, GB, TV, all these things will be looking. How it's easily questions will be asking from this part. So you should know from the ascending, descending order of this, all this we should know. Plus explains here the email. Under email, we need to know, email means electronic mail. We will be sending email. We need to understand the email protocol, or the parts of the email. Different types of parts will be there. So most of the times here the parts they will ask questions from the CC and BCC. Okay, the CC stands for the carbon copy and BC stands for the blind carbon copy. Question will be asked from here, like if I send a message to she, then whether BCC can be seen or cannot be seen. So if I send message to TC2, then if I send message to 2, then whether BC can be seen or BCC can be seen. So all these kind of questions will be there. Most of the times this question asked. Any morning shift or evening shift, this question asked. So we'll be looking later on. plus the here the protocol. This is called the protocol SMTP, like simple message SMPT. Sorry, this is wrong. SMTP, it should be SMTP. This is wrong, is there. You should make here SMTP, simple message transfer protocol. Okay, simple message transfer protocol. You should write here. This is wrong. This is slide spelling wrong. SMTP POP3 post office program. That also you need to understand POP3. Before it was POP1, POP2, then now at present POP3. That also you should know. IMAP also sometimes ask questions. IMAP. Okay, so all the details will be looking. For example, here question will ask if a sender send message to a receiver sender. Here some server will be there. From sender to server, matches is the message or the email is reaching through which protocol. That kind of question will ask. By chance from the sender, the server to receiver is getting message through which protocol. So all these kind of questions will be asking under this. So we'll be looking there. Plus this part will comes under the internet. Okay, network part. This is called the network part. Here internet and IP address. What are all the internet and IP address, particular internet and IP address. Here question will be asked. For example, like this kind of something will be given. Like here some number will be there, like 14, 16, like this comma they will give. Then 19. You have to find out the odd one or which one is right or wrong. So if you see the only comma, that will be wrong, because in IP address there will not be any kind of comma. Only this dot will be the dot. This number, then dot will be there. No comma. So comma is there means it will be wrong. So that will be discussing different types of IP4 or IP6. Sorry, B4 here. V4, or now we are working on B6. That will be looking here. Plus web page, website URL. Okay, web page will be how to create web page, website, different types of website URL. Universal resource locator will be looking here. Apart from that, I'll be talking differently on URL in the sense HTTP yes, also sometimes ask. Okay, hypertext transfer protocol. Okay, last time question asked this S stands for what? This S stands for secure. Okay, that we should know here. Hypertext transfer protocol. S is called the security. If you type any site, these locations will come. Resource. Plus, if you go through the search engine, different type of search engine name will be given you, like Yahoo, Google. Okay, different types of they will give. And web browser, famous web browser will be there. YouTube browser, Chrome, Firefox. Okay, this kind of questions will be given, and you need to find out the odd one. Which one is odd? Okay, whether they will give the options like whether this is web browser or this is web browser, or find out the web browser, which one is web browser or which one is the search engine. Simple questions. Yahoo, all this easy question will be asking. We'll be talking. Protocol, DNS, the domain name system. Domain names will be looking here, like .org file, .org and .com, .in. All these things will be looking here. How it's happened and what is the meaning of particular. Plus here, the apart from this part, the wireless technology also sometimes ask questions like related to radio, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Okay, Wi-Fi means wireless fidelity. That also you should know. Wireless fidelity. So from this way, question will be asking from here. I'll be talking later on deeply under this. Okay, so please attend the class as much as possible so you can get the, I'm giving you the confirmations. 5 marks will be there in your hand, no problem. If you attend particularly with your full interest and you practice, if then only it will be there. Apart from here, like file extension will be there and formats will be there. Different types of file extension will be there. For example, you can see like .doc file, .docx file, again .ppt. So these kind of things are the extensions of particular. PNG, JPEG file, all these things will be there. Formats, PDF, and there are so many things will be there. I will give you some list of formats so you can buy at that, all those things. Okay, so this way we need to understand here. Then current affairs and related to digital initiatives that I told, current affairs will be there. What are the things currently in your government or any other Indian government, obviously, how they digitalize. Like, you know, now our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he started the digital India. How we should go to digital means Aadhaar card started, ration card, everything started to this digital medium only. So these are the things very will be helpful. Now question is asking here related to your higher study. For example, I already told like MOOC, from under MOOC, SIAM started, SIAM Prabha started. Then later on under here only started, you can go for Yantra, E-Library, okay, E-Acharya. So all these things comes under this. This is the digital initiatives by the Indian government. So we need to look there also. Apart from this, my favorite topic is called malware. Under malware means it's a kind of malicious software. Okay, remember virus is known as a software, not hardware or not any other things. Software, malicious, which is made for not for any good intentions, for something bad. Like we'll be looking at spyware, worms, virus. Apart from that, bot, bug. Okay, so will be different types of things we'll be looking under this part. So from if you complete all these things, then we are expected definitely our 5 question will be in your hand. I think you will be preparing with me for 5 questions. I know NET exam will be already postponed. It may be happen in August 2nd week and all, but we should start our preparation with these things. So keep learning and keep watching. This is my profile. You can I used to give the teaching for the paper 1, just only started. Now started for the ICT. Then later on will be proceed for the public people and environment. Okay, people environment will be starting. Then will be go for the higher educations also. Okay, higher education. And second purpose, you can visit to my channel Yogadhi, which is for yoga purpose. Okay, yoga 100 code. You should go for that. And if you have any doubts, anything, you can comment me or you can contact me with this mail. Okay, yes, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.